Hi, Caledonian Biker. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm at AMR Motorcycles here in Hillington in Glasgow, and I'm going to test ride for you the Voge D625X, a bike I've been looking forward to testing for a while, especially in this splendid colour, the desert yellow. So please watch my intro video and listen to what I've got to say to you about my first ride impressions on this motorcycle. Catch you in a minute. Hi, that's me left the dealership. I've come out through the town and a wee bit of motorway, so I've got my kind of first ride impression sitting on this little bike, and I'm smiling. So I'm now out into my kind of favourite countryside roads, which I prefer to ride on, and we're going to give you my impressions on this bike on the countryside roads. Let's do it. Right away with the switchgear I noticed on this bike, it's very Honda-like. The switchgear is very, very substantial on the bike. Sitting on the bike as well, the handlebars are in a good position and the mirrors are good, especially around my big torso being 6'4". This will be my third Chinese bike I've reviewed. Now, China's a place that holds with me dearly, since I've rode to China from Scotland all the way, 110 days, 17,000 miles, and this is where this bike originates from. So as I said, the bike itself feels comfortable in the riding position. You've got the two different seat heights on it. You've got the 810 and the 835, this is the 835, and I'm finding it comfortable enough. The foot pegs themselves, same as its big sister bike I was on recently, the 800. They've got the big rubber mounts on them, but you've also got the aluminium foot peg below that. You can remove the mounts and just use the spiky part of the aluminium, which I would prefer to do, personally speaking. The bike itself is very nimble. It's a lightweight bike at 206 kilograms weight, and it's very flickable, what I've noticed so far on the roads that I'm riding it, but this will be more of a test now as we're on it. Now, the bike doesn't come with a quick shifter, and they're not an option for the quick shifter. Same with the cruise control, they're not an option for the cruise control either. But the bike's gearbox itself, very smooth, very silky. The clutch is very good on this bike. It's a one finger easily operated. It's a slipper clutches on it, which allows you through the 6-speed gearbox very smoothly indeed. And on the subject of the gearbox, back to the actual engine and the torque from the engine. It's a potent little engine, great torque, and just pulls you straight out the corners, and that's really what you're needing on it. Another thing I've really noticed is it's very similar to my KTM 890 and 790. Now, they've got the rally packs on them, which is extra money. This ride-by-wire throttle on this is so accurate. It's like a turbo without a lag on it. It's that good. This is down to the fact that it's fitted with a Bosch ECU, as the ECU runs your ride-by-wire. On the subject of the Bosch, you've also got the Bosch 6-axis ABS system. It's on this bike, another top-notch product. And on the subject of ABS, the brakes that's on it, another top-notch again, shall we say. It's a Nissan brakes. It's 2-port calipers at the front with a 298mm disc on it. Great stopping power. Here we go into this corner just now. The brakes are fantastic, great feedback, and that's us pulling out a third. This is third I'm pulling up here. This little bike is motoring on in third. It is a potent little power unit. Really top-notch equipment that's on this bike. and top-notch value for money. On the subject of value for money, I bought a TRX Yamaha 850 back in 1995. It cost me £7,295, and really it was a parts bin special naked with bikini fairing, no big shakes. This bike's fully loaded, I've known it, £5,995, ridiculous priced. Another thing I keep looking at, and it just reminds me of my BMW clocks, is the 7-inch TFT. This is a beautiful, colourful dash, very clear, very precise. Information top-notch what you've got on it as well. Thoroughly recommend the fact I've got such a good dash on this vehicle. Forks on this bike's fantastic too, these 41mm KYBs. Really enjoying them. Working well with the KYB piggyback. As we're going on these tighter corners here, and these are tighter corners. Tyres today, we're on the Metzler Tourans, another top-notch tyre. There the brakes just proving how good they work there, Mr BMW. And these Metzler Tourans are well equipped on this bike, especially with the tubeless spoked adventure style wheels. Now this is again all equipment that we're used to seeing on our European bikes and our Japanese bikes. There's no difference in this equipment. This is the exact same equipment. And when you put that together with the price point, what a package you're actually getting in this little Voge D625. Fantastic. I must really say that you've got it nailed with this bike, Voge. And I must thank the staff at AMR Motorcycles in Hillington, Glasgow, for giving me this bike today. I've thoroughly enjoyed riding it. All I need to do now is get myself off it, which is going to be a bind because I'm not enjoying riding it that much. But we've got to talk you through the spec of the bike, and we'll pull over and we'll do that. So stick with us till we get through the specs of the bike. Hi, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed that ride there. And I've got myself parked up in a nice locality here. We'll also do some close shots of the bike for you, and I'm going to talk you through what the Voge D625X is all about. So first and foremost, we talk about the engine. The engine itself is actually 581ccs, even though they call it the 625. It's giving you 64 brake horsepower and 42 pounds-foot of torque. And as I said on my ride, it's quite a potent engine. Now these engines shouldn't surprise anybody. Lonson is the mother company of Voge, and they've been building engines in collaboration with BMW for 20 years now. And they built all the F800, 850s and 900 engines. So moving on with the bike now, I want to come to the dash. I think the dash is really well set out. It's a 7-inch TFT full colour dash. It's also got connectivity with it, and we can put up the Google Maps onto it once we download the Voge app and connect in through the TFT itself with your smartphone. Also gives you clearly on the dash as well, it gives you your modes you're in, the two modes I mentioned, E for Eco and S for Sport, the sporty one being the one for me certainly. We're also getting the tyre pressure sensor here. It's giving it clear all the time on your dash what your tyres are. A great safety thing. I think it should be in all bikes compulsory. We're also getting on it other kind of stuff that we're needing here. We're needing our trips, we're needing our neutrals, we're needing what gear we're in. Handy thing, especially for novice riders or riders coming in. They're not too sure what gears they're in when they're riding their bikes on the road. So it's a fantastic TFT. Either side of the TFT we've got a smartphone connection for charging there, and we've also got the 12-volt socket for connecting up as well. So we've got two modes of charging while we're on it, if you want to connect anything up to the actual handlebars themselves for sat-navs, etc, etc. As regards to the screen goes up and down. As I said to you before, it's a straight pull up and down. Unfortunately for me, this screen is a bit small. For me, I would need to go bigger again for the screen, just to get it over my tall torso. Moving on again, the mirrors were really good when I was riding the bike. Quite happy with the mirrors to see around my torso. And I like the handguards. It's a really hard, well finished handguard that's on it. It's put onto the bars, really nice, and the grips in the bars, great feel, there's no cheapness about them. I mentioned in my ride that the Honda switch gear on this bike just reminds me of what the Hondas are. Now, I'm not saying it's their switch gear, I'm just saying it's very reminiscent of what I've had with my Hondas in the past. What I like about it, I can even see it just now, it's all backlit. Now, some of your 25,000+ pound bikes, dare I say BMW, they don't give you the switch gear backlit, and that has been a big thing with a lot of the owners with that. This is all done for you. It's there for you already. Moving on to the tank is well finished. The plastics all round about the tank are really nice. They're not cheap, they're not gory, they're nice to look at. They just ooze money. When you look at it, it looks as if it's a wealthy, well-made bike. It doesn't look as if it's just a parts bin special. Also, what I like about the bike is it's got the camera at the front. Now, this comes standard, the 1080p camera. That's recording all the time when you're riding, and then it goes back to the USB. It's in underneath the back seat. Very handy. Again, another good safety aspect, same as the tyre pressure sensor monitors. Another good safety aspect with this bike is it's coming with a centre stand on it. That's standard also. Centre stand, for a lot of reasons, we can maintain our chains, and if we do get a puncture when we're out on the road, we can also do the puncture repair because it's tubeless wheels that's on this. Very Honda-like gold wheels that's on this. Again, they're tubeless, and allows us to do the repairs on the move, and it's shod with the Metzler Tour-Ends tyre. A fantastic tyre, a tyre I've had in a lot of my bikes I've had in the past, and I was quite happy with the ride with the tyres that was on it. With the tyre setup, it's a 110/80/19, it's on the front, and a 150/70/17 it's on the back. Familiar tyre in most sizes for the back, slightly different from the other ones as regards to the front itself. Now, other things moving on with the bike that I really like about it is it's very Honda-like the way the engine colour is. If you look at that gold down there, very, very Honda-like. Now, we've also got a fantastic light display on this bike. It's all LED lighting that's on it, and it's like something for kit for back in the 80s and 90s when we were watching that programme. The way the lights all light up, and you've also got built-in fog lights, which are part and parcel of having the crash bars on here. Again, it's a standard fit on this bike. You just keep saying to yourself, how many extras is Voge going to keep giving us on their bikes? Another one again, we move on here and we've got the rack, and we've got the subframe here onto this here, and this takes a 3-piece aluminium luggage. Now, the 3-piece aluminium luggage is coming in for £699. Some of our manufacturers out there charging nearly that for 1 piece of luggage, never mind 3. So if you wanted to go touring with this bike, all you need to do is get your luggage onto it, and probably from my perspective, the taller screen would add to it, but there's plenty out there, and you're away, you're touring, you're doing the continents, because you've got your 17 litre tank here, but this 17 litre tank's returning 240 miles per the tank. That's giving you almost 50 miles to the gallon with this bike. Very, very good, especially the fact that it's very responsive and potent engine. As I mentioned also in my ride, it's a fly-by-wire throttle, but with this it reminds me of my 790 KTM Adventure R and my 890 Adventure R. I've both got them set in the rally mode, and that's like a kind of no-lag turbo throttle, and that's what I like on my bikes. And this little bike actually gives you that. There's no pause, you just turn that throttle and away the little bike goes, and it goes like a demon once you get it going. Now, moving on, we've also got a standard bash plate on this bike. Now, if you want to do a wee bit off-roading, as I like to do, it's ideal. You've got probably clearance just about 200, just over 200 at the back and just under 200 at the front with the KYB all-round suspension, and that's enough for likes of the off-roading what I'm doing with the trails. Quite happy at that, and I'm sure the bike would cope admirably with that. Unfortunately, it's not something I do on a test ride. Forks themselves, KYB, another brand that we're familiar with. I've got them on my Tenere, and it's 41mm at the front, fully adjustable upside down, and we've got the piggyback shock on the back, again fully adjustable from the KYB. So suspension on the bike, top notch. The engine in the bike, as far as I'm concerned, for the launch and production, is top notch. The setup with the plastics and everything on the bike again is top notch. I'm happy with that. We move on to the Nissan brakes that I mentioned earlier. We've got 2 pots at the front, 2 calipers, and we've got the one at the back. We've got 2 9.8mm discs at the front there, ample stopping power, and we've got the fully adjustable levers up here, wherever you're wanting that to come in as regards to your span of your hand, and the same again you've got for the clutch. Everything's on this bike. There's nothing that we're lacking, but what we've got to bear in mind is that we're at a price point here of $5,999 plus on the road. Now this is a ridiculous price for what we are getting in this package. More quality again about the bike is the seat. Now you're getting this seat 815 up to 835. I've heard a few journals saying it's a hard seat. I'm sorry, I'm not finding the seat hard by any manner. The finish on the seat is absolutely first class as well. So depending where you're at, what size of seat you need for your leg, but I think it's a bike that's going to fit most people, and then if it's still going to be that tall for you, you've also got the option of going down the road of the dog bones to lower it down again. So I think this bike's going to fit most bikers, even if they're a bit vertically challenged. Now the couple of things the bike's not got going for it, it's not got your cruise control, but at that price point, that's the way it is. It's also not got a quick shifter on it, but in itself it's got a very good slipper clutches on it, and I found the gear changes very easily, even though I'm used to riding bikes with quick shifters, and it's quite easy for getting up the box as well without the use of the clutch. So to me, at that price point, not having the cruise control, not having the quick shifter doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't come with the heated grips or the heated seats, but there is the option, Voge says, that you'll get the heated grips for the bike, and potentially with the heated seats as well. I really like the bike in this desert yellow colour. I think it adds to the bike being a midweight adventure bike. So it does it for me. It might be a Marmite for some people, and if it is, it comes in what they call the night black. So you've got the night black for the option for the bike as well. The bike also comes with a 2-year warranty, and the servicing intervals with the bike is you're running at 600, then you've got 4,000 miles after that. That's coming in about £250 for the first service, probably about £325 for the second service, and then when you get to the 12,000 miles, you're doing a valve service, which is coming in about 900. But that really depends on your dealer and what hourly rates they're charging. But that just gives you a rough idea. But to get the 2-year warranty gives you that peace of mind. Now the bike itself weighs in wet, I think I said already, 206 kilograms. So it's a bike that's going to suit everybody. Now if you're coming new into bike and you're an A2 licence holder, this bike's going to do you. Same as if you're a bit older in the tooth and you want to downsize from your bigger adventure bike or just bigger bike, this bike's going to do you as well because of the weight of it. You're also looking at people that's maybe decided, I'm coming into adventure bikes now, I've never had them before, I quite fancy one. This is a great starter bike for you just to get you out there. And it might be a bike that you say, this is all I need. And at that price point, and come on, let's get with it here, for $5,999 on the road, at that price point, you're not getting any more value anywhere. No more buck for your bike than you're going to get with this. So if you're out there and you're in market for looking for a midway adventure bike, you don't want to bust the bank, but you're actually wanting something that's going to complete all the tasks that you're needing, you've got to consider this bike. This bike is a fun bike. I've also been smiling the whole time I've been on the bike, as you see when I was riding it, and I could have kept riding it all day long. So please, give this bike a look if you're in the market for a midweight adventure bike. Get along to your local Voge dealer and get yourself out on a test ride. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please subscribe if you've not already subscribed. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and leave your comments and views please in the comments field below. Thanks very much, Caledonian Biker. See you next time.